Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, Lord of Nothing. It's been a while. Not entirely intentional. I mentioned it elsewhere, but there were some issues with the quest flags, so I had to go back and redo some earlier progress so that we could actually continue. And then I got sidetracked by a number of other projects, but, you know, I finally got some free time, so here goes nothing. I figure we'll knock this thing out in, what, 6-8 episodes? I hear it's pretty short. And give some closure to my boy Grim Caldera here, as well as the assorted tag-alongs, our raider inserts, and sacrificial CNPCs. I am a little rusty, but, you know, it should shake off pretty quick. Let's get this done. Tokum? Breaking off their argument, the brothers look at you expectantly. Tokum, I've been thinking about your plans for the past several months, and I think you've got the better of the two. Best just get your tribe out of here. Conjure up those animals, and we'll take care of the rest. I am glad you agree. I will need the tail of a manticore for the ritual, and fortunately, one such monster nests nearby. How terribly convenient. I'll get it done. May the ancestors protect you. Yeah, you too. And now that we've got our flag set properly, we should be able to... Yes, we can now free the Tanners. Yeah, there was a bit of an issue with that before. We did our best, but they were just very reluctant to accept their horrible, horrible freedom. And in the meantime, the next shift of giant butchers have come in, thus once again trapping them in place. This is clearly a completely new group of giants, not the ones we previously downsized. And since we've already obviously used our potion of reduced person, this time we'll see about spiking their wine with something slightly different. This will also serve as a nice warm-up to get me back into the groove on Pathfinder-style turn-based tactical combat. Or, you know, this is also a thing that could happen. Record could flub an easy stealth check and immediately get himself killed by giants. You know, as happens. Welcome back to Pathfinder, folks. It's great to be here. Alright, let's get this done. Oh, goodness. Right, yes. Okay, so... that guy... Oh, well, actually, that wasn't that bad. Butcher engaged. Yeah, we just have to keep these guys off record and the Tanners. Though the Tanners might not join, since we didn't actually succeed at spiking the wine. I think they only joined last time because we had clearly weakened their captors. Ah. Man, we are not having much luck with that RNG.
Got you!
Okay, okay. And you know what? We'll take it. Butcher prone, other one at half. Oh, shoot, right, metamagic. You can't move and use metamagic in the same round. Yeah, it's going to take me a bit to remember all the little fiddly bits of the system. But, you know, bloodied or not.
Die!
This is a pretty low-stakes fight, so it's a good one to refamiliarize ourselves with. We just need a tune-up.
It's you or me.
Giant one out. And that's number 2. Okay. Slightly rocky, but we still got it done. Sir Brown, you mind topping us off? Thanks, bud.
All this waiting bores me.
Imagine how much we have yet to learn.
And collect our loot. Things that we have clearly never seen before. And how about you guys? You feeling liberated? I thought we were going to be eaten. Thank you. Hey, don't mention it. I'm just glad you're actually responsive this time. The ancestors themselves must have sent you to us. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. And you know what? We've got this perfectly good poison left over. Hate to just leave it cluttering up our inventory, so I'm sure Record can find a nice, safe place to dispose of it for us.
We must act.
Grim has, of course, refused the request to kill the traitor, but we'll assume Record is doing this on the sly. Unless, of course, he flubs another stealth check, always within the realms of possibility. Enjoy, bud. Just didn't want to leave you stewing. Sadly, I'm not really sure we're actually going to get anything out of this, aside from perhaps just some closure and or satisfaction. Since Grim was the one doing the talking, he did still shut down Reyna's request. This is... Oh, well, hi. This is... Huh, okay, well... apparently this giant wandered by just in time to see their informant keel over dead. So, I guess we have to kill him too. Darn. I wonder if that was scripted or just like sheer chance. Oh, here we go. Boots of the Rat. While the wearer of these boots is wounded, they gain plus 30 bonus to speed. And their movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Holy moly. That is a fantastic item. The question being, who do we actually give it to? Grim's actually doing okay on speed. He is an Oread, but he's also a monk. Record could make use of them. That would help prevent him from being pinned down, and he is very vulnerable in melee. Right, okay, yeah, I guess for most of our guys, speed isn't really an issue, because we've got that drover speed bonus coming from Kanos, at least while he's still traveling with us. So I guess it's really about the immunity to provoke. I guess we'll give those to Record, since he's the one we absolutely do not want getting pinned down. And I guess we just really don't need the ring, so On we go. Side quest complete. Let's go deal with the Manticore issue. Which is right here. The one part of the map we haven't actually been to. Here we go. This appears to be a Manticore's lair, and she does not seem to enjoy leaving it. Recommendation: lure her out with something edible. Manticores are predators, so the best bait is meat. Wait a minute, they sent me to kill a Manticore. This is a womanticore. Also a corpse. With a free cloak of resistance +1. Plus some other assorted goods and gewgaws. Potato. There we go. And let's meet our womanticore. Inappropriate? You know what, we'll just say we're here for some tail. I mean, if we can get away with using the cheap stuff, I don't see why we wouldn't. Don't have much use for the mammoth meat either, but 60 gold is no paltry sum. Oh, look at that gal. She is a beauty. Crying shame we have to put her down. Sorry, ma'am.
You're not half bad.
Let's kick their backsides!
Ooh. Venom Manticore. Manticore is best known for tail spike range attacks, but we'll lock her down in melee. Should force her to resort to Tooth and Claw, which we're a mite bit better equipped to deal with. Wings, so immune to prone. Nice shot. Oh, gosh. Well. Okay, well, on the one hand, we clearly did not discourage it from using its tail spikes, but on the other hand, got in a bunch of free hits, so I guess that works. Nice. How you doing, Record? Let's get you patched. Right. We don't have a Darren in this party. No focused healer. We're just kind of scattershot over 3 separate characters.
What are we doing now?
Also, we don't want to fully heal him because as long as he's wounded, he doesn't provoke. There's our tail, and look at that. A second dose of Cavern Beast Venom. So I guess in theory we could have poisoned the giants and the trader. Good to know. We'll just hold on to that for now. And we cannot go in the lair, so let's head on back. It's done. Gather your tribe. Let's do this right. Thank you. The giants will come when they notice we're doing something unusual, so be ready for battle. May our ancestors not abandon us in our time of need. We must defend them until the ritual is complete. Sure, yeah. So I guess we should pull record back. I imagine we're in...
Let me handle them.
Where? Aha! 2 coming in on left. Hold. I think this calls for one of Sindri's slick maneuvers. Yeah, selective grease, then see who actually makes it through. Nice. Blood collar still up, but let's go for hideous laughter. Nice, nice. And engage. Let's try to knock these guys out quick. I imagine we've got more incoming. Blood collar out.
You're not a threat. You're an obstacle.
Oh. Okay. Are we done, or... Huh. Ah, okay. Yes, right. Just killed them too fast. Really thought they'd come up the other side, though. We've got this whole separate approach. Not that I'm complaining, I suppose. I mean, it saves us a grease. Speaking of which... Nice, yes. So do not go past the pool. We want to lure them into it. The bigger they are, etc., etc. Hey, come on now.
Don't hold back! Let's hear you cry.
Look at that coward hanging back. You need to get bolder. Ow.
Strike! Run them through!
Run! Forward to freedom! Huzzah! Wow, that was shockingly easy. But we're obviously not done just yet. Still have to track down this leader. Though not much else. Wow, yeah, that really was a fairly straightforward quest. Alright, let me grab our loot real quick, then we'll scout the exit. Make sure it's clear. I do recall there being a couple of guards, but they might be gone now. No, we're good. Though we do have some loot. Oh, some very nice loot. Wand of Fireball. Lovely. And a Belt of Giant Strength. Which to giants is just a belt. That'll go straight to Grim. And what the heck, let's go ahead and fit that new wand on Sentry as well. We will need to be mindful, though, of exactly when and where we use this thing. Although not quite as volatile as it is over in Baldur's Gate 3, I believe grease spells do still ignite. And you know what? I'd like to give this map another quick once-over now that the guards are gone. And I believe there were some supplies we never used, so I'll top off on buffs while I'm at it. Be right back. And we're back. Refreshed, rebuffed, and ready to go. Sadly, no additional stashes to be found, but that's fine. We were still able to rest up for the slaughter to come. Well, you know, assuming they didn't take into account things like the passage of time whilst the rest of the tribe was waiting. We should probably check on that. Nope. Still in time for the stag party. Glad you guys waited. Good looking out. Run while the giants are occupied with the cave beasts. I mean, they're elk, but you know what? It's fine. Just get out of here. All right, let's do this. It's time to be heard. Nice. Blood collar out. And we've got a bruiser. That's one thing I'll definitely have to get used to again, is enemies not appearing in the timeline. until we actually have visual on them. Rogue Trader has spoiled me. Though I'll also say this is definitely much less of a fight than I was anticipating. I was expecting at least a half-dozen giants.
Hands off, my friends!
Though again, I suppose this does help me ease back in. Refamiliarize myself with our builds. Ooh, okay. Seems like we might have some off top right. Let's get eyes on. Yeah, just based on the blood splatter alone, we've definitely got something over there. Hill Giant Defender, Hill Giant Brawler. There we go. Stag should have aggro. I suppose we should let the stags take the brunt of it anyway. We haven't even pinged the boss yet.
A negligible obstacle.
Staggered. Oof. Oh dear.
You should have run!
You should have run! You tell him, Brown.
Oh, look. Thank you, Loot.
Oh, you guys done? All right, well, thanks for the assist. That's cool. I guess we've got it from here. Man, again, these guys went down way easier than I thought they would. Maybe I just overestimate hill giants. Then again, I suppose it didn't help that we bucked the system. Oh, here we go. Hi. Right. Ice powers. I thought as much. Oh, interesting. He's also cut off our retreat. That's adorable. Also, I'm just now realizing I forgot to activate Raptor Speed. But better late than never, I suppose, even if it is just the one guy. And since this is apparently the boss, no point in holding back. Wow, used your action to intimidate. That is a bold move, Barsag. I feel like you may have misread the situation. But, you know, what do I know? I'm just a half-ton rock man. Rockin' and rollin' my way through life.
Out of my way!
Huh. Okay, well, I mean, I'll admit that's definitely not something I was expecting.
You're going down!
But given that I can apparently still hit you, I'm not sure how this... Yeah, I mean, you've exploded, so... Oh, I see. Interesting. Clone or some sort of ice-based teleportation. Or maybe... Well, I mean, given that he's back up at full health, I guess it doesn't really matter. Try as you stalagmite. That'll only get you so far.
Die!
Man, poor dude's not even resistant to ice damage. That's rough. Yeah, this dude really could have used some backup. I almost feel bad for him. You know, right up until I remember they were using the local tribes as snack packs. So, yeah. Pathetic or not, best put on ice. Oh, that was cute. But, you know, we kind of came dressed for cold. What with the nature of the DLC and all.
Let's hear you cry!
Oh, Barsag, buddy. Man, I'm gonna have to double check our difficulty settings. I feel like we're on a higher one, but now I'm not so sure. A shimmering shard of ice appears from the giant's lifeless body. I am pleased to announce that this giant's culinary research in the realm of humanoids has been terminated. Now we need to decide who will carry the shard. It's so sharp, Sentry shudders. Yeah, one of us will have to take it. I hope it won't pass along the giant's taste for human meat. Well, as I recall, the general implication was that these things are really bad news, so we probably want to evenly distribute them. We already have one on record. That's the ice damage chaser on his range attacks. So I believe the next one we had on our list was Grim. Turn this hot box of rocks into a proper cold stone. It's best we don't let too much of this power coalesce in any one of us. I'll take this one. Sindri, Penta, you can take the next. The shard digs into your hand, but the physical pain it causes pales in comparison to the torment that grips your soul. The icy claws of the abyss tear you apart from the inside, leaving an unhealing wound somewhere in the deep recesses of your soul, through which an icy wind howls. Ominous. Also, level up. Though we'll worry about that later. I'll need to, Varsag, are you still breathing? I'm sure that's fine. We'll just help ourselves to his things in the meantime. Club +2. Somehow miraculously one-handed. Hide +2. Amulet of Natural Armor, Ring of Protection, Cloak of Resistance +2, and Heart of Ice. The frozen heart of Barsag the Chief, now fused with his belt. The belt grants its wearer a +4 armor bonus to AC, immunity to cold, and a +4 enhancement bonus to Constitution. Barsag, you might want to get your money back. That definitely did not make you immune to cold. Additionally, once per day, the wearer can use Ice Cascade. Medium range, single target. Ricochets off to all other targets within 20 feet. 66 cold. And potential 1-round paralysis. Interesting. So not quite what he used on us. He used some sort of, like, ice spray ability. Like one that individually targeted everyone on the field. Definitely not within 20 feet of each other. But honestly, even ignoring the once per day power, just that other stuff makes this well worth using. +4 AC, cold immunity, +4 con. Especially, again, given the nature of the DLC, I imagine every boss will feature some sort of special ice attack. And a lore object. Nice. Deerhide Scribbles. These are the words of the chieftain Hrask, as written by Ingun of the Whitefeather clan. I am Hrask, the greatest and mightiest chieftain of the giants. The younglings must know the good deeds and wise thoughts of the great chieftains. So I commanded my men to catch a slave who can write. He will write the history of our tribe and how we became the strongest of all. Once we were not as strong. Other tribes hunted us, chased us away from the good spots, caught and ate our hunters. We had to retreat further and further into the mountains to survive. There were no large beasts and no humans. It was a hungry life. In the mountains we found bones, very old bones. But there were some scraps of frozen meat left. I am the chieftain, so I get the best food. When I started to dig through the bones to find the tastier ones, they spoke to me. They spoke without words in a voice like a very, very fierce snowstorm. The voice promised strength, glory, and lots of food. A sharp shard of ice came out of my bone and sank into my hand. It changed everything. I am lucky now. I always know where to catch a deer and where to catch a human. My nose always points the right way. Now we are never hungry. I was born mighty. I killed my father to become chieftain. My father was a head taller than me. He could rip a deer in two with his bare hands. But I strangled him and feasted on his guts. I was strong before, but now I am the strongest. Hrosk is the mightiest, the greatest. We came back from the mountains. We have the best hunting spots now. Other tribes fear us. But I still hear the voice, and I have dreams about ancient times. Now I know that these were the bones of a frost giant. Those giants were very big and scary, but they all died long ago. They served the Bone Lord, who lives in the far mountains. They drew his mark with the blood of their enemies, a three-fingered hand. He gave them his power, and now it is mine. He can give more. We only need to serve him well. I don't know what the Bone Lord wants. I give him sacrifices, and I draw his mark in blood, too. But it is not enough. I will learn his will and carry it out. Then we will become big and strong like frost giants. We will eat anyone we want. Then the Bone Lord will descend from the far mountains, freeze the world, and rule its frozen wastes. These things are scary to talk about, but I've seen the dreams. I know that it must be so. This is our glorious story. The young can read it now, if they knew how to read. Hrosk talked a lot. Hrosk's throat is sore. Need to eat something. Did Slave finish writing? Desna, please, save me! No, no, no! And then the writer got eaten, I guess. Which he wrote down. Okay, so I've got some thoughts on this lore entry. Just, general thoughts, but I'm going to keep most of them to myself. I want to be nice. Did they outsource this DLC? Like the writing for it, I mean? I know they outsourced a lot of the new graphics. I've seen the Sunstrike Studio logos on a lot of the art. But man, it just, like, tonally, just presentation-wise, it really feels like it kind of goes in a slightly different direction than what I'm used to from Owlcat. I am very amused. I mean, like, I'm still having fun. It's just, man, it's like narrative whiplash. Like, the chief's name wasn't even Hrosk, it was Barsag. There was no mention of any Barsag in the notes, not even as, like, his son or something, to try to kind of connect the writer of that document to the guy we just killed. And I mean, like, I know it was supposed to be horrifying, but I'm just really tickled that the guy that the giant was dictating his story to wrote down his own death screams as he was, I guess, being eaten. Anyway, a job well done. Giants defeated, shard recovered, tribe saved, and we got a fair bit of loot in the process, as well as a level up, which we'll worry about next time. I need to refamiliarize myself more with our builds. before I set anything else in stone. That said, foibles with the fiction aside, it is still great to be back, even if just for a short jaunt to see this particular adventure through, and usher this particular batch of heroes off to their final destination, ? I'm sure they'll be fine. So yeah, we'll hit the pause button for now. I will take care of the usual off-screen bookkeeping, figure out what we're doing with these level ups, figure out what we're doing with that new loot, and we'll pick up here next time. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Miri V23, Revenant, Alois, Dragon Matrix 7, Drakiith, EgonAlter, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Lady Shayna, Mark Giemza, Nathan Welch Jr., OverlordPherom, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.
Out of my way!